Hello, welcome to the vlog. This is me just seeing what this car will do. At the moment I'm charged to 99%, which is really annoying because I've left it on charge and I can't get the car to go to 100%. Now, I don't know if that's normal, whether it's battery degradation. I've not got a clue what it is, but I can't get the car to charge to 99%, to 100%. And now it's just dropped to 98%, and I've literally done no miles whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly, before it go any further, is reset this. So I've only done 0.2 of a mile, so I think we can allow ourselves that 0.2 of a mile. So I want to see what this car will do without me putting any charge in it from, well, as I say, I wanted it to be 100%, but I don't think that's going to happen, purely because I don't know, I've not got a clue why. But I want to see how many miles I can do with this car without charging. So I've got a bit of driving around to do this evening, a bit of driving around to do tomorrow, and then I'm back in work the following day. So the action plan is that I will not charge it until I'm down to about 5% battery, and then I want to see exactly how many miles I've covered. I'm going to drive the car at no more than 60 miles an hour. Now people are going to go, oh, that's just cheating, that's just ridiculous. No, it's not cheating, it's real world. I'm not going on any motorway journeys, so I don't need to be driving at 70 mile an hour. Right, as I say, so at the moment 99% battery when I left, and I'll update you when I get down to when I've used, I think when I've used 10%, if I remember, I'll come back and tell you how we're doing. So I've now got 38 miles to do. It says I'm going to arrive with 81% battery. Be interesting to see how it goes. We'll have a quick look at the energy graph. Yeah, 81 miles, and it says my total range is 251 miles, which is an awful lot of battery degradation. Right, back presently. Okay, I'm down to 90% battery, so allowing for the fact that I left with 99%, I've used 9% battery. See, my maths isn't as bad as I thought it was. And we have managed, using 7 kilowatt, to do 20 miles. So I've been doing 50 mile an hour because there's a average speed cameras, not that I would speed anyway, but it's average speed cameras through the Glen Valley, so you are kind of limited to the speed you can do. We're now going on to the A30, where I'm going to cruise at 60. So I'm going to do 60 mile an hour on the A30, and I'm going to come back to you. Well, it says I'm going to arrive with 82%, so I won't be able to come back to you with 80%, because according to this I wouldn't have used all that. What I will do is when I get there, let you know exactly how much I have used. Yeah, let you know how much I have used and what there is, how many miles I've done. Right, let's get going. Okay, back with 84% charge. It says we're going to arrive with 84%. It did say 81 when we left my house, so fingers crossed that'll be 3% we've saved. It's now saying 263, and we've done nearly 40 miles. So that is going to put me up around my 300 mile mark, which I'm kind of pleased about. It's just driving the car sensibly and not absolutely everywhere at ridiculous speeds. So we've got a mile to go. I've used 12.3 kilowatt and done 38.8 miles. So as I say, 40 miles by the time I arrive at where I need to be. So I don't think I'm going to be driving anywhere else tonight. Staying with friends tonight. I don't think I'm going to be driving anywhere else tonight. So whether I come out with 84% battery in the morning is another thing. I need to make sure I've switched off Sentry mode. I didn't realise, whilst I understand it uses some battery, I didn't realise how much battery it does use. So anyway, 84%, so 99 to start with. What's that? 15% battery we've used to do 40 miles. Right, I'll come back to you when we start the next journey. Morning. I've still got 84% battery, which is good, because unlike my i3, that would have probably dropped. I did turn off everything last night. I did make sure I turned off the Sentry mode and powered down the heating. So today, I'm going to do a bit of driving about today. I've got things to do. Going to go to the gym later, so don't laugh. Yeah, going to go to the gym later, so we'll drive back to mine and then down to the gym. Yeah, it was had a good evening last night. Had a nice meal, caught up with people, which is absolutely bloody lovely. Did have a little drink, hence the reason I didn't drive. So now heading off to, can you guess where I might be going now? Yeah, you're right, Starbucks. Heading off to Starbucks, and then back home, get changed, down the gym. So how are we looking? We are, say, we're at 84%. I haven't even put Starbucks in yet, so Starbucks coffee. This is loads and loads of them. Starbucks coffee. I wonder if that's the one. 5.5 miles. Yeah, that might be it. We'll try that one. Yes, it is. It is. So, what's it say we're going to arrive? We're going to arrive with 80%. So, right, let's toodle on down to Starbucks, get a coffee, and then decide what's happening from there. Hey, just coming up to Hamburger Hill, Fredden. So it said we were going to arrive with 81%. We're actually going to arrive with 79. I've put the heating on, and obviously it's not been preconditioned. It's not. I didn't set it up to precondition because I didn't want to use battery. So we are heading in now. It's I do understand that, you know, first thing in the morning when things are cold, it's like a fossil fuel car. You're always going to use more fuel. It's always going to run a bit rich. It's always just same with an electric car, isn't it? Really, you're just firing up. It's cold. The battery's cold. The car is cold. So, but I'm hoping I can find somewhere to park. Oh yeah, there's loads of space. So, Tesla chargers. Oh, that's nice to see. Every single one of them has got the right charger. 25 plate there. Someone's got a new Tesla. Oh, game on. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. If only I could get a Model X brand new, that's what I would do. So, right, let us get parked and go and get coffee. So, oh, no, I didn't park that very well, did I? No, I didn't. We'll try again. In my defence, it is a big car. And you probably find this is where the car would park the car better than I would park the car. So that wall doesn't look very inviting, does it? Yeah, I think I'll leave it there. Right, Starbucks is in front of us. I'm going to head off and get coffee. How much did we arrive with? 79%, as it said. We'd arrived with 79%. Right, back after coffee. Decide what we're going to do. Right, coffee had 79% still. Just heading back to the gym in Newquay. I'm not going to the gym to go to the gym, if that makes sense, because I've not got any of my gear with me. So, but I'm going to the gym to go and have a look at. For those of you who don't know, Sue and her brothers own a gym, and they're having all new stuff done. It's really, really nice. Really nice what they're having done. They're having a sauna and a plunge pool and that put in, and I'm just going back to have a look to see how the work's coming along. What I'm doing is just putting mileage on to see what I can get out of the car. How are we doing so far? Let's have a look. It's right, I nearly put the car into park. So we've done 47.3 miles so far and used 16.3 kilowatts of electricity and averaging 296. No, that's a lie. 346 watt hours per mile. Right. It says we're going to arrive at the gym with 78%. So I'm still trying to work out, and perhaps you can tell me because I don't know. I'm still trying to work out why I couldn't get the car to charge to 100%. Is it because I just needed to leave the car plugged in, just leave it on a charge, just ticking over? Because the app was saying it was full, but my charge was saying, well, you're still charging. So I don't know. Is it me? Is it the app? Is it the car? Is it my charger? What? But anyway, right. I'll tell you what we've got when we get there. Okay, just about to arrive at the gym. 77% battery, and so far we have covered 53.2 miles, and we've used 17.8 kilowatts of electricity to do them 53 miles. So a fifth, basically a fifth of the battery we've used. So, and it actually was, I just had a quick check, 215 miles of range left projected. Right, let's get parked up. Okay, so I am in the car now. We've got 68% charge. I can't remember, I'm not going to lie. I've been helping out doing some work. Yeah, I know, me doing some manual work. Helping out doing some manual work, and I put the car to preheat because it's at the moment it's like 3 degrees where I am. So I put the car to preheat. We've got 67% now, and I can't remember, I think it was 70 or 60, whatever it is. I will recap. So we got a bit of a journey, do a little bit of a journey now, just to head back to my friends, and then it'll be the journey home tonight. But in all honesty, the temperature is dropping quite rapidly. It's now 3 degrees, and I've just come back in someone else's car over Bodmin Moor, and it was like -1 going over Bodmin Moor. So how are we doing trip wise? So we've done 65 miles. We've done 66 miles, I lied, and we've used 22.9% battery. Energy wise, car's cooled down again. It's now saying a predicted range of 160 miles when it was 200 plus when it was warm. So it is definitely up and down like anything. I'm not going to try and draw any conclusions. Obviously I'm going to keep updating you throughout the state of battery charge, but I'm not going to draw any conclusions because I just won't be able to, not with the way it goes up and down. So I'll come back to you then when I am on my way home. It says we're going to arrive with 67. Well, we've got 67%. It's literally just around the corner, so we're going to arrive with 67%. So we will see. But I will come back to you. Next bit you'll see me is when I'm driving home. So we've reached 32% battery. That's right, isn't it? Oh, my maths is my head. 32%, 67 miles done, 23.2 kilowatt used. Right, back presently. Okay, still 67% battery. A little bit late than expected. Yet again, I get talking and I lose track of time, and before I know it, it's silly o'clock at night. So this says we're going to arrive home with 48% battery. I've got an idea it'll be a little bit less than that because the temperature has dropped. It's now 4 degrees, so it is cold. So I'll come back to you when I'm arriving at home to tell you how much battery I've got left. Currently done 68 miles and used 23.7 kilowatt of electricity. So as I say, it's 52 minutes to get home and 39.9 miles, so 40 miles. So we should have that'll be well over 100 miles by the time I get home. If I can make it home with 50% battery, that would be very, very good. So I don't know how much of a real test of range this is, because it's I'm not testing it continuously, I'm testing it on and off. So we'll have to see, but I'm not going to pound it home. I'm going to just do normal road speed. Right, back when I get home in about 40 miles time. So a bit of a diversion. The Glyn Valley was closed to meet A38, and that's the bit that runs from Bodmin through to Liscard Dogwalls. Subsequently, there's been something like a 7-mile diversion, so I should have arrived back with 49% battery, and I'm going to arrive back with 45. So I have half a mile to go, and I have covered today 110 miles, and I've used 38.9% 1.2 kilowatt of electricity to do that. So now I'm not going to be using the Tesla now for a few days, purely because I'm back at work, and when I'm at work I have another car that I use purely because there's very limited parking, and I am pretty worried about the car getting scratched and damaged. So I do have a work car. Yes, it's fossil fueled, but as I say, so I'm going to park the Tesla up now, and it will probably be 4 days, maybe 5 days before, no, 4 days before I actually use the car again. And as I say, at the moment it's it'll be a 45% battery that I have. So we see if we lose any. That's the first thing. Am I going to lose any battery from it being stored and parked up, or are we going to start 45%? So right, I'll come back to you in a few days time, and we shall continue this little mileage experiment. Thanks for watching it so far. See you in a few days. Good morning, welcome to the return of the vlog. So when I last left you, I had done 111 miles, and I had 44% I think battery. Now I've not used the car, so the car has been sat on the driveway for the past 4 or 5 days. So I've been using my other car. Now funnily enough, I've just come out to the car and I now have 46% battery. Would someone like to explain that to me? The car's not been plugged in. I've still done 111, nearly 112 miles. How have I gained 2% battery? Very, very weird indeed. So, this range test, the weather here in Cornwall has been up, down. We've had like 4 days of absolutely scorching, gorgeous sunshine. And now it's cold again. It says it's 5 degrees out there, but believe you me, it doesn't feel like 5 degrees. So has anyone else experienced this, where you leave the car with a certain amount of charge, come back and it's actually more than what you left it with? I find that very bizarre. The other way round, yes, I totally get that. If you've got Century mode, if you've got Century mode on, that's going to obviously chew the battery. But I've not had anything switched on. I've not plugged it in. I've not done anything. But I've gained battery percentage, which I think's very weird. So, right. So as I say, now at 112 miles, 46%. So we've definitely gained some battery. I'm off to do what I normally do, which is grab a coffee, and then I am working today, so the car will be going into Plymouth. So I've got a few more miles to do. I'll come back to you once I get to where I'm going, tell you how many miles I've now done and what the battery percentage is. So, but please, this has really intrigued me. Could leave us some comments. If you experience this thing where you actually gain battery power. Does the battery stabilize? Does it do something? I don't know. I might have to research this. I might have to find out. Anyway, back presently. Oh, gorgeous. And I've got to go to work. Not that I'm complaining. For those of you who don't know, recently 3 months ago I've changed jobs. Got a little bit too stressed with the last one after 10 years, but this one is far more relaxed, and a lot more doable, shall we say. Anyway, you don't want to hear about that. I am 2 miles from my home, done 162 miles, and it says I'm going to arrive home with 35%. I think it'll be more like 36 because I'm on 37% now. This bamboozles me because I've done something like 40 odd miles and used 11% battery, 12% battery. I don't know, I'm a bit confused. Is it because it's got warmer? What's it say? So let's have a look. It's now saying my expected range is 110. So that give me 260 odd miles in this winter weather. But it has warmed up a bit. It's 9 degrees now. It was 3 when we left, I think. So it just, it is definitely getting warmer. I'll come back to you when I am leaving for work. So we'll see if the battery's done anything stupid, like changed its mind on what percentage it's going to be. As I say, it was left for 5 days. So I don't know. I am going to research this. Right. Back presently. Right, I'm off to work. Still leaving with 36% battery. It's warmed up considerably. It says I'm going to arrive with 29% battery, but it's only a 13-mile journey. I think it'll be a bit more than that. At the moment, we're on for another 110 miles of range projected, so that's around the 275, 280 mark. So I'll come back to you when I get to work to tell you exactly how much. As I say, I think it'll be more about 30% battery as opposed to what it is predicting. Right, back in 12 miles time. Okay, I'm about a quarter of a mile from work, and as I predicted, I'm actually going to arrive with 32% battery. Now, where I'm going to park tonight, whilst it's in the work car park, I am going to leave Sentry mode on, purely because a week or so ago I noticed someone had caught my door. So I'm going to leave Sentry mode on, so that's obviously going to use a bit of battery. So I'm expecting to come back in the morning to maybe 30 or 29% battery. In the morning when I finish, hopefully, fingers crossed, I should finish at about 4:30. I'll be leaving work, going straight to the gym. So when the next time you see me, I'd have been all the way to London and all the way back again, and I will be heading to the gym. I know, 15-hour shift, and then go and do an hour and a half in the gym before going home to bed to come back and do it all 9 hours later. Right, see you at just after 4 a.m. A very good morning to you. Welcome back. When I last spoke to you was probably 16 hours ago. When I said to you I was going to go to London in the coach, and then I'd be back full of enthusiasm. We were going to go down the gym, and all was going to be good. Well, unfortunately, it's now 20 to 6 in the morning when I should have finished at just before 4. The gym is now exceptionally busy and I am very tired. So, 30% battery remaining. I can't remember exactly what it was when we arrived here, but 30% battery now remaining with 178 miles covered. Range wise, we are looking at, he says, it's saying I've got another 79 miles, so 80 miles of range left, which puts me 250-ish plus, doesn't it? So it says I'm going to arrive home with 26% battery, which is only 4% battery use between here and there. I think that's a little bit out, if I'm being quite honest, but I will come back to you when I get home to tell you exactly what the battery is. Anyway, not going to be using as much as I thought because we're not going to the gym. I'll have to do that tomorrow maybe. Right, back when I get home. Okay, I am nearly home, and I've got to eat some humble pie here, because I said we'd arrive home with a lot less than 25%. In actual fact, it's an 11-mile journey, and well, according to this, I would have used 2% battery. So I'm arriving home with 28% battery. I'm fairly impressed. I'm very impressed. So at the moment, 240 kilowatt hours per mile. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, it's about right. Well, I am very, very impressed. So again, just going to park the car up, not going to plug it in, not going to do anything. Let's see how much charge I've got when I get back. Will we have less? Will we have more? It's very cold at the moment. It is -1 degree, so it is cold. Right, I'll be back round about 2 o'clock. See you later. Good afternoon. I'm not sure how this is going to be picked up because I managed to leave the radio microphone powered on, so it's gone flat. So I tried to power it on, but unfortunately absolutely nothing. So back in the car, I've got 28%, which is really confusing. This car is definitely doing its own thing. 190, just 190 miles covered. We've got 28% left, as I say, and it says, well, I'm going to arrive in work with 23%. It's giving me a predicted range of 78 miles. So this does seem to be uphill and down Dale. The temperature has warmed up, it's 9 degrees. So is that the reason why? Possibly, I don't know. So we seem to, the bottom end seems to be fluctuating. As I say, there's definitely, it's not been charged. It's just been set outside. I haven't preconditioned. As I say, we're 190, coming up 192 miles now. So when I get to work, we'll have another look and see how we're doing. So it says I'm going to arrive with 23%. That might be a bit more realistic. Weird, isn't it? Weird. So I'm doing fairly well. If that goes to where it says, I'll be fairly happy, because this car has got, according to a better route planner, has got 6.9% battery degradation, which for a car that is 7.5 years old, I'm pretty impressed with. I'm still getting over 250 miles, so I'm not worried. Right, back presently. Right, we are about half a mile from where I work. I'm going to arrive with 24% battery. I've done 200, it'll be 203 miles by the time I get actually into work, and it's still saying I have 74 miles of projected range left. So that's putting me closer towards the 300 as opposed to 250. I am going to let this battery go as low as I can, because I want to really see if I push it in. It is warming up, but it's still not warm. I want to see what mileage I can get. So, right, it's now 2:45 on a Saturday afternoon. I'm not due to finish until 6 o'clock, 10 past 6, on Sunday morning. So I've got a very long shift tonight. Thankfully there's two of us. So 10 past 6, and then my plan is to actually try and get down the gym. We'll see how well that goes and how exhausted I am. So the next time you see me, as in yesterday, will be tomorrow morning at around 6 o'clock. You have a very good night. I'll see you then. Good morning. When I last left you, that was some 15 hours ago. It's now nearly 7 o'clock on the Sunday morning, and I was late getting back. And I said to you I was going to go down the gym. I couldn't yesterday, and I said I was going to go down the gym. And then just as I'm arriving back, I get this message, which should appear on the screen now, to say that my gym is closed due to unforeseen circumstances. Won't open till 8 o'clock. Now, that sun's bright. As much as I really want to go to the gym, I don't want to wait around for over an hour to do it. So I've decided I'm actually going to come back earlier this evening, so I can go to the gym and then change to come to work. Anyway, how are we doing? I can't remember what the battery percentage was, but I now have 22% battery, and 201 miles on the clock. 203 miles on the clock. Glasses need testing. It says I'm going to arrive home with 11%. Now, this is where it's going to get a bit technical. My whole intention was to take the battery down to 0. But if I do that, I'll get to work tonight, but I won't have enough to get me home. And there isn't a Tesla charger local to where, well, there isn't a Tesla charger. It's either Exeter or Newquay. So the last thing I want to be doing is getting stuck. So what I'm going to do is see how much range I have left when I get home, because it has been, I've got to give it its due, it's been fairly accurate. So it's saying I've got 74 miles of range left, which I find, hang a minute, if I do that, it says I've got 64 miles of range left. So it's going to take it to, at the moment, 268 miles of range. But when I get home, we'll just recap that, and we'll kind of end the test there, because otherwise I'm going to leave myself in the mire. It says I'm going to arrive home with 11% battery. Again, I think hopefully it might be a bit more than that, but everything is cold. It's -2 here, but range test as best as I can get it without leaving myself in a situation. I'll come back to you as I'm reaching home. Oh, the sun is in my eyes, and I've got the sneezes because of it, so I apologise. Oh, excuse me. So I don't know what this is on, but it's giving me 13% battery. Oh, a bit of a dodgy bit to negotiate now with the sun in your eyes. 13% battery and 70 miles of range left. So, excuse me, again, gonna sneeze, not gonna sneeze, gonna sneeze, not gonna sneeze. Yeah, oh, it's alright. At the moment, I'm trying to get up the trip. So, the sun's in my eyes. 221 miles covered. 13%. Well, no, hang on a minute, what have I said? 14% battery left. So it's dropped 3. 14% battery left. And 46 miles of range. So around the 260 mark. It's still minus temperature here. So, but that's as much as I can do on this one. I think ideally I need to try and do a test where I can drive and then deplete the battery. But 260 plus, I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with that in winter months. Anyway, it's taken a few days, isn't it? But hopefully it's been worth it. I do apologise if I've been a bit sort of slow with some of these, but on nights my brain doesn't function. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. If you don't already, please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. We'll be back in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.